So we are going to begin our chair yoga practice today by finding that comfortable seat. We want to make sure that our chair is nice and steady. So if possible, we can put at least two of the legs on the mat so that the chair isn't going to slide all over the place. We don't want to end up on the floor today. We're going to start out by doing sun breaths. So we'll inhale, sweeping our arms out and up overhead, palms together. And then we'll exhale, turn our palms the other way and sweep down. Couple more times, inhaling up. Exhaling. Inhaling. Bring our hands to our thighs. We want our feet flat on the floor. We are going to slide our hands out to the end of our knees. We're going to drop our chin to our chest, round our back, tuck our tailbone under. This is cat, seated cat. Slide those hands towards the hip creases. Pull the elbows in towards midline. Lift through the heart. This is arching our back like a swayback cow. So we're lifted through the heart, and then we reverse to cat. And cow, and just find your rhythm. Find your pace that matches your breath. We'll do one more set, ending on cow, and back to the neutral spine. Let's do some shoulder circles. So we'll have our shoulders down in that 6 o'clock position, and then bring our shoulders forward to the 3 o'clock position, up to 12 o'clock, back to 9 o'clock, down to 6 o'clock. And repeat that several times, just at your own pace, nice and slow. One more time. Let's release that. We're going to have our right hand hanging down alongside of us. We are going to maybe grip onto that bottom of that chair if that feels good, or you can just let the arm hang, whatever feels good. We're going to reach our other arm behind us. So left arm comes behind. We can grasp onto the upper arm, or we can grasp on below the elbow. We just don't want to be directly on the elbow. We don't want to put that pressure on the elbow joint. And then we'll begin our neck stretches. So we bring that chin down to chest. We're going to take our left ear to our left shoulder. We can rotate that ear to the front of the shoulder. or perhaps the back of the shoulder. We can rotate our chin to find just the right spot. You can continue to be in motion, a dynamic stretch, a moving stretch, or you can choose to be a static stretch. When you feel like you are complete on that side, you can bring that chin back down to chest, release your arm, bring your hands to your thighs, and circle those shoulders. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So we're going to let our left arm hang down, or we're going to grasp onto the bottom of the chair for more stability. We're going to reach our right arm around and behind us, grasping on above the elbow or below the elbow, whichever spot feels best. It could be different on this side, depending on our body's story. So maybe we have a shoulder injury on this right side, or a shoulder that is a little more cantankerous in my case. And so it may be different. So we just allow it to be as it is without judgment, with compassion, dropping our chin to chest and right ear, right shoulder. And then we settle into our movement, taking that ear to the front or the back of the shoulder. Turning the neck from side to side, finding just the right spot. You can keep moving, or you can settle into one place until it finds some ease. And once you've got ease in that spot, you can move to another one. When you feel complete, you can bring that chin back to chest. You can release the arms and then circle the shoulders. Maybe a few cat-cows, releasing any tension. Okay, let's do some side bends. So we're going to use our right hand to hang on to the seat of the chair. We're going to take our left hand out and up, palm up overhead, and then we'll lean over to the right. Our palm is down, and we can choose to gaze up at that palm. So it's our tendency to have the arm out in front of us, which is normal, and that might be where our range of motion is today. Let's just see if we can bring that arm to our edge, maybe back just a tiny bit farther. And it's our tendency to hold the breath. We want to keep breathing. So repeat that. So take that Left arm down, grasp onto the chair, and then sweep the right arm up and lean over. Gazing upwards perhaps. Feeling that stretch through the whole side body, through that right side. Release that when it feels good, when you feel like you're complete. Let's do a simple seated twist. We are going to twist to the right so we can hook our arm over the back of the chair. We can grab onto the back with our hand and twist over to the right. Making sure that we don't over twist, because it's easy to over twist since we're using the chair as leverage. So we rise through the spine and twist. And release, come back to center. Let's do some shoulder circles. We can get our arms into it this time. Let's twist the other way. So we will twist over to the left. We can hook our arm over the back of the chair. We can grab the back of the seat. We want to rise through the spine and twist. And we'll release that, coming back to center and circle. Okay, let's do cactus arms. If this is comfortable, we are going to have our elbows bent at 90 degrees. We'll twist over to the right, back to center and left. So our palms are facing forwards if that feels comfortable. One more set. And we'll release that and give our arms a break. That's a good workout for our arms. We can circle, release that tension. We are going to do our eagle arms. So we'll cross our right arm underneath our left and then bring those palms towards each other any amount. And then we lift through the elbows. So this is a really big stretch of the upper back. And remembering that we just go to about 70% of our normal range of motion. We're not trying to kill it today. Just finding a good, happy stretch. Okay, we'll do that on the other side. Lift those elbows, lift, lift, lift. Find your edge and breathe. Release that when your arms get tired and circle. If you have a strap, you can use it, but you don't have to have a strap to do this one. We are going to, I'll demo it without the strap first. So we are going to take the left arm out to the left side and place it behind our head. We're going to take the right arm out to the side, thumb down, and place it behind our back. So we are bringing the hands together like this. We're just checking in to see if we can reach those fingers to clasp together. And if we had a strap, we would put our strap in our left hand, put it over the shoulder, reach around and grab onto the strap. And we would, the top arm needs to be hugged in towards the ear so that elbow is right alongside the head. And then we can experiment with the bottom hand, how far up the strap it moves. But again, we don't need the strap. We could use a dish towel, or we can use nothing. Works either way. So this is a big shoulder stretch through that right side front of shoulder, big pec stretch. We'll release that and then circle. We'll do it on the other side. So the right arm out to the side, place it behind the back as if you're patting yourself on the back. That elbow comes in and hugs alongside of the head. The left arm is out to the side with the thumb down, and we reach that arm behind the back. And we work our way towards seeing how close we can get to meeting the fingertips. And we might notice that it's way different on one side compared to the next, and that's normal. We may have more range of motion on one side than the other. And we breathe and breathe and breathe. Release that when you're ready and circle. All right. This is a good place for some cat-cows. So let's open up that spine. When we pull our elbows back, we're really bringing them towards the spine, towards midline. and back to stillness. Let's do our Y. So we're imagining that we're making the letter Y with our body. U. So U, Y-O-U. Will. Making a W. Love. L. Really bring those shoulder blades towards the spine, lifting through the chest. And then T, this, and bring the hands behind the plane of the body, or at least meet your edge, wherever that's at. And we'll do that again. Y, U, bring the hands behind the plane of the body. Will. Love. Experiment with that. This. One more time. U, Y, W. Really squeeze those blades towards the spine. L, love. This. And bring the hands behind the plane of the body, really open through those pecs, open through the collarbones. You can feel it working. Okay, good. So take care of you, whatever needs to happen there. We're going to do the genie stretch seated. It's fun to do this when seated. So we are going to first check in. We'll look over our right shoulder. See how far we can see behind us. We'll come back to center. We're going to have that right arm on the bottom, left arm on top, and then we're going to take our arms over to the left. So just like I Dream of Jeannie, the TV show from a long time ago. And we'll do our genie stretch with our arms. Keep your face, your gaze forward as you're twisting those arms over to the side. So when we're standing, we can kind of compensate and allow our hips to rotate too. The nice thing about this seated is our hips stay stationary. So this truly is all in the torso and neck. So we're doing that several times. And we'll release it and then check back in. So take that gaze over to the right. Oh, wow. Seeing some new things. Nice, it worked. Let's do it on the other side. So we'll take the gaze over the left shoulder. See how far you can see. Back to center, genie stretch on that side. So we want to have the left arm and then grab onto it with the right and pull those magic genie arms over to the right. Keep your gaze straight ahead. Just notice how it may feel different from one side to the next, depending on what you've got going on your upper back. That's normal. Okay, and then we'll check in. I'm always amazed at the difference. So that's fantastic. Good for us. Let's take, if you've got a block, we will put that block out in front of us, maybe up on end. We're going to do our warrior sequences. So we'll put our left knee on the block. And remember, we don't have to have a block. We can just plant that leg. I think I need to have mine down on its side. So I'm going to plant that knee on that block. I'm going to have my right leg at a 90-degree angle. I'm on the edge of my chair. If you've got a chair with arms, this will be a little more challenging. We are going to come up to Warrior Two. So both palms are down. Our arms are to T. And this is really good because you can look at your video feed and see if you have your arms truly to T or not, or if it's a slanty T. All right, gazing forwards and breathe. Let's come up into Warrior One. So we take that navel towards the direction that our right toes are pointing. We bring our arms overhead. They can be parallel, they can be cactus arms, they can be palms touching, fingers clasped, and then we'll look up. So this is Warrior One. We'll go back down to Warrior Two, palms down, arms to T. We'll go to reverse warrior. So we're going to hang on to the seat of the chair with that back hand. The front hand comes overhead. The palm is facing back as much as we can. So it's cupped and we're looking up overhead. Come back down to Warrior Two. And then we'll do side angle. So the right arm comes to the right thigh and the left arm is alongside overhead. We're gazing up. If we want, we can do a full side angle by grabbing onto the ankle of that right foot with the right hand. So this is more of a full expression of our side angle. Let's come all the way back to reverse warrior. Looking up, hand is cupped overhead. Back to Warrior Two. Arms to T. Warrior One. Gazing upwards. And then heart center. And we'll release that. We can march our feet out. We'll take a break here between the two warriors. So we're going to extend those legs out in front of us. So the heels are resting on the earth. The knees are more straight than bent. And we will windshield wiper our feet. We'll do some joint freeing here. We are going to point and flex. So we might have to sit back on our chair a ways in order to lift the legs up in the air. We'll do our point and flex. We'll windshield wiper. And then circle the ankles. One direction and then the other. Go back to doing point and flex. And then come back out to the edge of your chair, put your heels on the floor. You want to make sure that you are steady, that you're not going to fall. And then you can do a forward fold. Bringing your nose any amount closer to your knees. I'm hanging onto my chair to make sure I don't fall off. You could put your hands on your shins, ankles, as long as you feel secure and steady. We'll come out of that forward fold and we'll go to the other side for the warrior sequence. We can move that block to the other side if you have a block. Placing that shin down on the block. We're out on the edge of our seat. We want to have the left leg, so it's at a 90-degree angle. The knee is directly over the ankle. We will go into warrior 2, excuse me. So our arms are to T, palms down, gazing over our front fingertips. Let's go up into warrior 1. So we bring those arms overhead. Maybe the arms are parallel. Maybe we're clasping our fingers together. We're looking up. And we breathe. You can release that. We'll go back into warrior 2. Palms down. Coming into reverse warrior, the back hand grasps onto the bottom of the chair, top hand overhead, palm back, the palm is slightly cupped. Gazing upwards, and then back to warrior 2. Side angle, bringing that forearm to the thigh. The right arm is overhead alongside the ear with the palm down, and then you gaze to that top palm. We'll come back to warrior 2. Warrior 1. Both arms overhead, looking up. And heart center when you're ready. Nice. Let's do some sun salutations. So we are going to perch ourselves on the edge of the chair, but enough so that we feel sturdy. We'll inhale Look up, slight back bend. Exhale, hands through center to a forward fold. Release the head and neck. Inhale, halfway lift. So we bring our hands to our shins or to the back of our thighs or our chair seat, and we're at parallel. Our back is parallel to the floor. And then we'll fold forward again. We are going to skip plank and we come up into low cobra. So it's like a scooping motion to come forward into low cobra. Gazing forward, our hands are on our thighs. And we can put them up in the air. That works better actually. Downward facing dog then is extending our legs out in front of us. We want our heels to be pretty secure. We could put those on a block if we wanted to, or blocks. We press our hands against the imaginary floor that's out in front of us for downward facing dog, and we lean forward into that dog position, making sure that we've got a nice steady base. We'll fold forward. Bring your hands to the floor, release the head and neck. Halfway lift. Look forward. Exhale, fold. Sweep our arms out and up. Slight back bend. Heart center. We'll do that again. Inhale, sweep out and up. Back bend. Forward fold. Halfway lift. This is where we would typically step back to plank. We could do that on our chairs if we had a really sturdy base. I'll leave that up to you. If you wanted to plank, you can use your chair seat as a plank. If you had a chair with wheels, this would be a really bad idea. We'll go forward into low cobra. So we scoop forward into low cobra, placing our hands on our imaginary floor. Our elbows are pulled towards midline. We're lifting, gazing out in front of us. So we're using the muscles of our upper back. And then imaginary downward facing dog in the air. Excuse me. So we make sure our feet are nice and solid. We put our palms on the imaginary floor and we come forward into downward facing dog. This is a really nice stretch through the backs of the legs. We'll fold forward. Release the head and neck. It's good to get some blood to our brain. Halfway lift. So grab onto your shins, look up a little bit out in front of you. We'll touch our hands to the floor. and sweep ourselves out and up. Slight back bend, heart center. Nice. We are going to close today with actually a Qigong closing that we haven't done for a really long time, called Pulling Down the Heavens from 6 Directions. So I'll have you stand up so you can set your chair aside. Excuse me. We are going to stand in a soft Qigong stance. We're going to sweep our arms out with our palms up to T. We'll turn our torso over to the left. Our palms are now down. We're going to sweep our arms up overhead as we come back to center, and then sweep down in front of us with our palms down. And then we inhale, palms up, rotate, arms overhead, and then we come back to center and float the arms down, palms down. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, at your own pace. One more set. And check in. Deep belly breath. And there's our practice today. Let me get you